He was 71, full of laughter just the day before. But by morning, he was gone. No pain, no noise, just silence. What happened in his sleep shocked even the doctors. Today, we uncover 4 bedtime habits that silently steal years after 70. If you or someone you love is entering the golden years, you must hear this. Welcome to Elderly Clever, where wisdom meets care, and every video is a step toward a longer, happier life. Today's story is real, and what you learn could save your life, or your father's, your mother's, maybe even your spouse's. Let's talk about the 4 bedtime habits that may seem innocent, but after 70, they can become dangerous. Our body speaks to us in whispers before it screams in crisis. These 4 habits may look small, but over time, they wear down the body like water wears down stone. So let's now explore each of these in detail, one by one, so that you can make small changes that lead to big peace. Stay with me, because what comes next could keep you, or someone you love, from becoming another silent morning tragedy. Habit number 1. Eating late at night. Let's talk about something many of us do without even thinking. Eating dinner late at night. Harold, the 71-year-old man we mentioned earlier, had a habit of enjoying a heavy meal around 9:30 p.m. Meat, potatoes, maybe a slice of pie. Then he'd rest a bit, watch TV, and head to bed by 10:30. It felt harmless, comforting even. But here's what most people don't realize. After 70, our digestive system slows down significantly. You see, the stomach doesn't process food the same way it did at 40 or 50. After a big meal, especially one high in fats, sugars, or proteins, the digestive system kicks into overdrive, and that means your heart and other organs are working harder, right when your body is trying to wind down and rest. Now, pair that with lying flat in bed, and problems begin. Late-night eating can cause acid reflux or heartburn, interrupted sleep due to indigestion, increased risk of nighttime heart events, elevated blood sugar levels, and even a higher chance of stroke during sleep. In fact, several studies in Europe and the US have linked heavy meals late at night with an increased risk of silent heart attacks, especially in older adults. When the heart is already weakened due to age, pushing it to manage digestion during rest can trigger silent ischemia, where parts of the heart muscle receive less oxygen. It doesn't always cause pain. Sometimes you don't even wake up. But it's not just about what time you eat. It's also what you eat. Foods high in saturated fats, salt, and refined sugar, like fried items, salty snacks, or sugary desserts, stress the system. These cause spikes in blood pressure, blood sugar, and inflammation. That's a dangerous mix if you're over 70. So, what's the solution? Here are 3 simple, heart-friendly bedtime habits to adopt instead. Eat dinner early. Aim to finish dinner by 6:30 or 7 p.m. Give your body 2 to 3 hours to digest food before sleeping. Light meals, easy digestion. Choose soups, steamed vegetables, grilled fish, or oats in the evening. Keep portions moderate. Walk a little. A gentle 10-minute walk after dinner can help activate digestion and lower post-meal blood sugar levels. Bonus tip: if you must have something before bed, choose a warm cup of chamomile tea or a banana. Both help calm the body without taxing digestion. And here's the emotional part. If you're a caregiver, spouse, or adult child, talk to your loved one kindly about this. Change isn't easy after 70, but sometimes it only takes one loving nudge to give them more mornings to wake up to. So, let's not wait until it's too late. A simple shift in dinner time could save a life. Habit number 2. Sleeping flat on your back with no support. It sounds so peaceful, doesn't it? Lying on your back, arms by your sides, eyes gently closed, like a picture of perfect rest. But for those over 70, this common sleep position can quietly become harmful, especially when done without the right support. Let's talk about why. As we age, the structure of our body changes. The muscles supporting the spine, neck, and airway begin to weaken. The soft tissues in the throat become more relaxed, and the lungs, well, they don't expand as fully as they used to. Now imagine lying flat on your back. For a younger adult, that may be fine, but for a 70-year-old, This can cause the tongue and soft tissues to fall back toward the throat, partially or completely blocking the airway. The result? Interrupted breathing, shallow oxygen intake, and sometimes long pauses in breath, known as sleep apnea. You might not even know it's happening, but your heart does. Every time oxygen dips, the heart is jolted awake, increasing heart rate and blood pressure in the middle of the night. Over time, this puts immense strain on your cardiovascular system and raises the risk of stroke, nighttime heart attacks, and even sudden death during sleep. Let's not forget, even if it doesn't kill, it still harms. Poor sleep reduces memory, weakens the immune system, and increases the risk of falls during the day. So, what should you do instead? Here are 3 gentle, senior-friendly changes to improve sleep posture. 1. Elevate the upper body slightly. Use a wedge pillow or adjustable bed frame to lift the upper body by 20 to 30 degrees. This keeps the airway open and reduces pressure on the chest and back. 2nd, try side sleeping, especially on the left side. Sleeping on your left side helps promote better circulation and digestion. It also keeps the tongue and throat tissues from collapsing into the airway. Tip: use a body pillow for comfort and support when switching to side sleeping. 3. Support the neck and lower back. Choose a pillow that cradles the neck, not one that's too high or too flat. Add a small rolled towel under the knees to relieve lower back tension. Here's a story to bring it home. A viewer from Ohio named Susan wrote to us saying, "My 74-year-old husband used to snore loudly and often woke up tired, even after 8 hours of sleep. We elevated his pillow slightly and added support under his knees. Within days, his breathing improved, and he says he hasn't felt this rested in years. Sometimes, the smallest adjustments bring the biggest relief." So, if you're over 70, or caring for someone who is, take a moment tonight. Look at the sleep setup. Is it flat and unsupported? Or is it gently supporting the body that's carried a lifetime of memories? Remember, we can't control how long we sleep each night, but we can choose how safely we rest. Habit number 3, going to bed angry or stressed. There's an old saying, never go to bed angry, and science, especially for people over 70, strongly agrees. You see, emotional stress isn't just a feeling, it's a physical reaction, one that sets off a chain inside the body. That doesn't stop just because you close your eyes. Let's understand what happens when we carry stress, anger, or unresolved emotions into bedtime. The moment you feel emotional distress, your brain triggers a fight or flight response. That's a survival mechanism, useful when we're running from danger, but not so useful when you're trying to rest. It releases cortisol, the primary stress hormone. In small amounts, it's not harmful. But chronic cortisol release at night does 3 dangerous things for older adults. Raises blood pressure and heart rate. While the body should be slowing down, it's speeding up. Disrupts sleep cycles, making deep sleep harder to reach. Weakens the immune system, reducing your body's ability to repair itself overnight. In fact, studies from the US and Europe show that seniors who report frequent nighttime stress or unresolved anger have higher rates of insomnia, heart disease, memory loss, and even premature death. Let me tell you a story from a viewer in Manchester. George, age 76, had frequent arguments with his son. He often went to bed without resolving them, filled with hurt and resentment. He thought he was just tired, but began experiencing chest discomfort during the night. After seeing this very topic discussed online, he began ending his day with calm music, writing in a gratitude journal, and sometimes just sitting quietly to forgive. 3 months later, his nighttime heart palpitations were gone. George didn't need a pill. He needed peace. So what can you do? 1. Create a calm down routine. Before bed, take 10 to 15 minutes to unwind. This could be through deep breathing, gentle stretching, or even spiritual prayer or reflection. Your body needs a signal that the day is done and rest is welcome. 2. Keep a journal. Nearby, write down what's bothering you. You don't have to solve it tonight. Just release it from your mind onto paper. This simple act lowers stress hormones and improves sleep quality. 3. Resolve or pause arguments. If you've had a disagreement with a spouse, child, or friend, Say this: I love you. Let's talk tomorrow. But let's sleep peacefully tonight. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. Aging isn't just about watching the body. It's about guarding the heart. So if you go to bed with stress or anger, ask yourself, is this worth sacrificing my peace, my health? Most times, the answer is no. Give your body the gift of emotional calm, and it will thank you with deeper sleep, stronger health, and more mornings filled with life. Habit number 4, using your phone or watching TV in bed. For many of us, the flicker of a television or the soft glow of a phone screen is the last thing we see before we drift off. It feels comforting, familiar. A little news, a favorite show, or scrolling through photos of the grandkids. But if you're over 70 or more, caring for someone who is, that gentle glow might be quietly harming your brain, your heart, and your sleep. Let's talk about why. Our bodies run on an internal clock called the circadian rhythm, a natural cycle that tells us when to wake, when to eat, and when to sleep. This rhythm is regulated by a powerful hormone, melatonin. Melatonin is released by the brain in response to darkness. But here's the problem. Phones, tablets, and TVs emit something called blue light, a type of light that tricks the brain into thinking it's still daytime. Even just 30 minutes of screen time before bed can reduce melatonin production by up to 80%. And when melatonin is blocked, the body doesn't wind down. Sleep becomes lighter, shorter, and more fragmented. You may not even realize it, but your brain and heart do. Poor sleep doesn't just mean grogginess the next morning. In seniors, it increases the risk of high blood pressure, nighttime heart attacks, stroke, memory loss, and early dementia, mood disorders like anxiety and depression. And here's something many don't know. People over 70 already produce less melatonin naturally. That means we're more vulnerable to light disruption than younger people. So what seems like a relaxing habit, lying in bed with a screen, is quietly harming the very thing we're trying to protect: our peace, our mind, and our years. So, what can you do instead? 1. Make your bedroom a screen-free zone. Keep TVs and phones out of the bedroom. Use a traditional alarm clock instead of your phone. The goal is to train your brain. This place is for rest, not stimulation. 2. Replace screen time with soothing activities. Try reading a light book, writing in a gratitude journal, listening to soft instrumental music, or engaging in a short spiritual reflection or prayer. One viewer in California, Margaret, age 73, told us, "I swapped my late-night phone scrolling for a small book of poems and gentle candlelight. I haven't slept this well in years." 3. Use warm lighting in the evening. Switch to low, warm bulbs in your home at night. Avoid overhead white lights after 8 p.m. This tells your body it's time to slow down. Dear friends, the final hours before sleep are sacred. Protect them like you would protect a child's bedtime. Your mind deserves calm, your heart deserves rest, and your soul deserves peace. So tonight, instead of scrolling through a screen, sit quietly, breathe deeply, and let the night hold you, gently, without distraction. And as always, share this video with someone you love. Because sometimes, saving a life starts with a whisper, not a shout. If this video touches your heart, or reminds you of someone dear, give it a like. Share it with your children, your partner, or an elderly parent. Let's spread awareness, not fear, but wisdom. And if you're new here, subscribe to Elderly Clever. Because growing old doesn't mean growing weak. It means growing wise. Now, let's begin with the first bedtime habit you must avoid after 70.